Welcome back, everybody. Yeah, as you might see the story here, Commander Anthony goes to college while he's majoring with refrigeration. It seems to me that what's going on, he killed somebody and not getting punished for it. Now the roles reverse. The white boy kill a black boy, he'd be dead. I'm calling what I see it is. It's racial discrimination. And they wonder why a lot of white people are the way they are. Because we're seeing this shit going on. And nobody's fucking doing nothing about it. But it's okay. If he doesn't get his punishment here on earth, he will get his punishment in heaven. Let's get to the video, shall we?
Karmelo Anthony is now in college, living it up, yes, as a university student. Woo woo woo. College life, baby. Great, right? Wrong. He has no business being at a college campus after what he did at a high school campus. And you know what? You'll never believe who made it happen in order for him to attend this college. If that isn't enough, guess what he's majoring in this college? You literally cannot make this stuff up. It's absolutely baffling and enraging. And I can assure you, as someone who's been there for 10 years myself, this will come into play once he gets to state prison. I'll explain everything. Let's get started. So first up, here's this coming from Sarah Fields, as you know, on X.com. She is the lead journalist and reporter who is giving all the facts and details and has been targeted because of it about Karmelo Anthony and his case. He says, Karmelo Anthony, who is currently on house arrest for fatally stabbing Austin Metcalf, has reportedly enrolled in college classes. Ugh. This comes after Frisco ISD granted him his high school diploma, even though the school was not obligated to do so after his expulsion. And the decision was greatly opposed. Of course it was. There's even a few notable comments here from people. Someone named Carissa says, did he earn his high school diploma or was it issued without merit? Sarah Fields explains he fell short of TEA's attendance requirement, as well as completing coursework. The only reason he received his diploma is because Dominique Alexander threatened a race riot against Frisco ISD, and the district caved to the threats. I reported on this previously and released the emails. And then you have another comment from Kara. It says, here's the ironic part. Tiffany Billions, one of the main miscreants and henchmen of Karmelo Anthony, says, she said in a TikTok live that his major is criminal justice. Well, it turns out this is confirmed to be true. I thought this was a joke, but it's not. Here's an update. 6 to 5 hours later, after this initial post I just read you from Sarah Fields, Karmelo Anthony, who is currently on house arrest for fatally stabbing Austin Metcalf at a high school track meet, is enrolled in Morehouse College online classes and is reportedly studying criminal justice. Are you kidding me? What a clown. But actually, this is important because this is going to come. I'm telling you, the reason he's doing this is so that he can make it a hustle in prison and somehow survive all the threats that we know. If you watch my channel, we know the Aryans are after him, the Aryan Knights, all the white supremacists, also the insane vice lords, black prison gang is against him, wanting to get blood out of him for falsely throwing up their gang signs and claiming to be a part of their gang, which he is not and never has been, and they have confirmed they are out to get him. That is kind of gang rule number one. If someone pretends to be a part of your gang, you have to handle
And I had to go over the place Friday. Both of mine had big ones.
You have not only
but
white
they couldn't break a
supremacist
20,
gangs,
but
you
they
have
had no
black
money.
gangs that he's pretended to be a part of after him. And they've confirmed this as soon as he arrives there. Anyone, there's a hit out on him. Anyone can get their hands on him. It's over for him. And so I'll explain what he's doing and how that he thinks this could save him in prison in just a minute. But let me continue. He's reportedly studying criminal justice. The flyer is being circulated by Karmelo Anthony supporters. Morehouse College is a private, historically black liberal arts college for men located in Atlanta, Georgia, and is estimated to cost approximately $30,000 per semester. That's $120,000 a year for your whole time there. Guess who's funding that? Karmelo supporters.
Alright.
Racist, hateful, evil Karmelo supporters. Texans have wondered why a family that claims to fear being targeted has made their lives so public. This is your America. Yep. I agree. Now, Sarah clarifies, in order to attend this school, you must have a high school diploma and have completed college credits at a regionally accredited institution. Regional accreditation. This is the most widely recognized and accepted form of accreditation. The U.S. has 7 regional accrediting bodies, and any college with accreditation from one of these is considered academically equivalent to another. SACSCOC is the specific body for the Morehouse College. The leading school in that accreditation is UNT. He would have also needed 2 letters of recommendation from professional or academic resources who can best speak to his ability to be successful in the program. Very nice comment here. It says, well then, who would be so evil as to write these letters of recommendation for him? And someone very level-headed responds, Dominique Alexander and any other paid chumps to get what they're looking for, such as Charleston White or, whatever. I'm not saying they're the ones who wrote them, but I mean, we see how easily these influencers are bought with money. So there's that. Now, I really will say, as someone who's spent a decade of my life in prison, just as Karmelo is soon to be welcomed into that same reality, but actually times 2, 3, maybe more. I'm not just gonna get 10 years, but even if he did, he's around the same age as I was when I went into that. And even those 10 years felt like that's forever. That's the rest of my life. When you're in your teen years and you think about getting out of prison when you're 30 or 40, do you understand how teenagers look at 30 and 40-year-olds? Like, that might as well be my entire life. The perspective is very obscured. And then again, it may be twice as much, if not more, for him. Very confident that it will be. Karmelo Anthony has been advised by his handlers. He's majoring in criminal justice. He's been advised by his handlers to study this and learn about this so that he can go to prison. They know. Here's the thing. His handlers know that he's going to prison. And just like Alec Murdoch, this is a skill set that you can use to your advantage to get money, safety, protection, and just overall quality of life and status in prison. I have a degree, college degree, in criminal justice. I can get all of you who want to kill me, all of you who hate me, all of you who want to beat my ass, all of you who are mad that I claim to be a part of your gang and I'm not really one of them, all of you who are mad because you're a part of a white supremacist group and my team that represents me, that I chose to represent me, declared war against you white supremacists in prison, all of you. So now that I'm here and none of those people who declared war on you are here and it's just me that's here, now that this is what it is, I will get on my knees and submit to you, every one of you, and I will do my best and use all my knowledge and education and experience and information to get you out of prison. If you will please just spare me. Please just spare me. That is Karmelo's only hope. Because we already know Charleston White hired an instructor to teach Karmelo how to box and kickbox. We've already debunked. Listen, boxing and kickboxing does not work in prison. Every time you're in a room or in any area or space with any other inmate, there is maybe 5 to 4 feet of room. There's no room to dance around and bob and weave. You're gonna grab each other, and it's whoever's bigger and stronger and more violent. Who's the first one who's gonna headbutt someone in the nose? Who's the first one who's gonna bite a chunk out of your neck and try to rip your carotid artery out of your neck? Who's the first one? I have a bite mark right here. It'll never go away. I know this stuff. Jab, jab, uppercut, jab, jab. Buddy, that doesn't work. It's prison. And then if you start beating him up, he's probably got a weapon in his waistband and he'll just pull it out and stab the freaking crap out of you and take your life. So, much different game. Point is, all these efforts, yeah, we're going to teach him how to fight and box and, it's not going to help him. He's taking classes, so they realize that, and so Karmelo is taking classes now in criminal justice because there's a motto I always say when people ask me, "What's your number one prison advice rule?" Always remain useful, because if you are useless to everyone, you are useful to no one. And so no one will care about what atrocities, trust me, plenty of those take place behind bars, what atrocities take place against you. You understand? And maybe 1, 2, 3 people would care if you were useful to 1, 2, 3 people. But if you are useful to no one, you are useless to everyone, and no one will care or speak up or stand in the way of atrocities that may come your way. Prison, and they will. Trust me, they will come your way. You gotta find something. And so, yeah, I get it. Hey, I'm gonna learn criminal justice, but yeah. Call me crazy. If I'm in prison for 30 years for a murder, I already got convicted of it. I can't find a good lawyer who actually went to school. This is his entire career path. He can't get me out of this. And then there's some fucking stupid little ass 19-year-old piece of crap, racist, evil, demonic, possessed black kid who stabbed a white person just because they're white. Who's like, well, while I was on house arrest and I had an ankle bracelet when my parole officer allowed me to go to classes, I learned about Roe versus Wade, and so, I can probably appeal your sentence. No, you can't. You're not going to provide any value to anyone. He thinks he is, and that's why he's doing this. But ultimately, you got to get somebody out of a serious life sentence before you're ever taken serious and before you ever gain that value. And he never will, because he's never going to be like that, because he's never going to be educated to that point. He's never going to succeed in that field. He's never going to excel in that area, and he's never going to be some freaking genius. I mean, if he was, he wouldn't have stabbed a young white man, because he was concerned that he said, I'm going to reach into my bag, and basically implying I'm going to kill all these students at a high school because I'm somewhere I'm not supposed to be. Hey buddy, you shouldn't be here. Oh yeah? Well, I'm going to reach into my bag and imply that I have a weapon that will kill all of you. In the day and age of school shooters, how can... Austin Metcalf is nothing short of a hero for trying to save his fellow classmates from this self-proclaimed, by all means, school shooter, school assassin, school stabber. He was a hero, and he died protecting his classmate. That's what happened. So anyways, let me know what you think about this. And of course, I will update you as soon as I get another update. Until then, I will see you next time.
I was a private then, Signal Corps, winter of 43. My name's Owen Lee. Farm kid with a radio and a rifle. They sent 6 of us to guard a quiet stretch of forest in Oregon, a place so still it felt like the world was holding its breath. Folks later said it was bears, but I know better. I heard it. I saw what it did. 6 of us went up that hill. Not all came back. This is what happened before the forest took my friends. So before we continue, please make sure to like and subscribe to support the channel, and comment down below where you're watching from. Thanks. January of 1943, Willamette Ridge, Oregon. There was a logging route that cut along the ribs of the hills. There was a rail spur down in a notch, feeding the war like a vein. Our little outpost watched that ground. Not glamour. No flags, just a tent city of canvas and bad coffee perched on a damp shoulder of pine and rock. It smelled like wet wool, wood smoke, and grease. Boots never dried. Morning started before dawn because mornings had no mercy. We had a potbelly stove in the shack and a stove in the big tent. Both sulked more than warmed. Sergeant Thomas Hale ran us, mid-30s.